Hello everybody, my name's Conor McGilligan. This is the Rumour Wrap. We're not doing the Rumour Mill today, unfortunately. I've just done a spinner Rooney there, shout out to Booker T. We're back here, not doing the Rumour Mill today everybody, it is the Rumour Wrap. So shout out to all of you who will have been sticking around to have a look and you're saying, Conor, where is the Rumour Mill? Well, here is a little summarised version of your news. I've just had a fly dive bomb my gullet. So we've just literally had a 12-minute video which zapped my battery and zapped my health when it comes to actually surviving in this sun. It is boiling here in Yorkshire. But yeah, so apologies for that. It was supposed to be uploaded a little bit earlier on, but I've just had an attack of the flies. And when I'm talking with this big gob, they are attracted to just flying in. So, Sean Longstaff, what's going on? Newcastle aggregate accounts reporting this morning, NFC Gallagate, and a couple others up there suggesting that apparently Leeds are ready in a fourth bid. And this wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. It really wouldn't surprise me. Reason behind that is because I think Leeds had to make a base fee, right? We had to make a base fee. We had to match that base fee. And clearly this is negotiation. The frustration from Leeds fans, and I completely understand it, is the fact that this is a player of which is 10 to 12 million quid. This is a player of which it was agreed from the Newcastle side and the Leeds side of what we knew. And it was agreed, obviously, with the player. The player wants to come to Leeds. So you think it's pretty fine for this one to get done. And to be honest, it's probably a pretty good deal for Leeds overall. Is it worth too much more than that? I don't think it is. You've got to take into consideration as well, people, which I don't think a lot of us do, the wage considerations of which, you know, I know Longstaff was on 50 grand a week at Newcastle. Will it surpass that? It looks like he was happy with everything when it came to the deal, but is Longstaff going to be going to 60 grand a week? Is it going to be 65 grand a week? I'm not sure. So these are things you have to take into consideration as well, of course. But it looks like a fourth bid's going to go in, and Leeds and Newcastle are still talking, according to a lot of reports from their side. So that's good. And I think the frustration has built with Leeds fans when it's come to Longstaff, because you're thinking, if you want him, if he's part of your vision, your ethos, your strategy, go and get him. Just go and get him, be aggressive. But I think the issue with Leeds right now is this understanding maybe of the PSR standpoint, of which we can't go out and spend like a Sunderland. We can't go out and spend like a Sunderland without making sales. And if you want to do something even more drastic, you can sell rights to your stadium, you can sell advertising on your training ground, you can rename that, you can do all the things that we've seen the likes of Villa and Chelsea do. But as of right now, Leeds United don't have the capital to just go out and spend 100 million quid. We have to see outgoings. And as of right now, we've not seen that many outgoings, have we, when it's come to, you know, real big hitters leaving. I thought we might have seen, I'll be honest with you guys, I thought we might have seen a Peru. I thought we might have seen a Strauch. I thought we might have seen a Nonso moving on by, you know, said date of 10th of June. I believe that was the end of the accounts. I thought that would happen. That's not happened. So yeah, you'll have to wait and see how that develops when it comes to Leeds selling players, so that we're then able to do some other bits. So Sean Longstaff, let me know in the comment section below, would you go in for him again? Is he worth anything more? And fascinated to hear what you guys have to say on that, because it feels like it's a controversial one at the minute. Manor Solomon, another one on the ether this morning. Don't really understand this one, but Tottenham bringing in Mohamed Kudus, really good signing for Spurs, that one actually. And apparently there's stuff on the waves saying now that Solomon might be surplus to requirements because of this. Now, he's going to go down in the pecking order, but ultimately Kudus is a right winger and he operates on that right side. He can play on the left, of course, but he operates of his strongest on that right-hand side. So I can't see, maybe it will, maybe it'll downgrade Solomon when it comes to, obviously, that hierarchy and him getting minutes. But when it comes to a positional sense, from what we understand from down there, from the Spurs end, Frank's going to give him a chance, see what he's about, and then make a decision. It's not like he's signed, sealed and delivered and that's it. He's going to be in the setup. Apparently Frank's going to give him a chance to impress. I think I just think we can do better right now. I do. I think we can do better. I think at the start of the window we pointed out on the channel 2 left wingers who are better than him in Christoph Zolis right now, who plays for Club Bruges. Absolutely superb against Atalanta, Manchester City, Aston Villa. And then you look at, you know, another one who we mentioned, Armand Loriente, who Sunderland are interested in, who apparently Palace are looking at now. We mentioned that on the channel around about 2.5 months ago. That is a player of which 100% is a Premier League player, in my opinion. you know, quick as well, agile, strong. Someone who I think has just got that extra level than what Manor Solomon has. Obviously, we saw Solomon last season have a few issues when it came to pace, I felt anyway, in the Championship. I wonder how that would work out in the Premier League. I wonder how that would work out if he's to be starting week in, week out against fullbacks who are absolute dual merchants, but at the same time are quick as well. The recovery pace is quick. They're some of the best fullbacks in the world. I wonder how that would equate with Manor Solomon bombing up and down that left-hand side. Would he be able to really... And it's a different relationship now as well, isn't it? It'll be Gabby Goodmanson and as an alternative to Firpo, you know, and Firpo was a galloper, wasn't it, on that left-hand side, and it gave Solomon a lot more room, a lot more space. I don't think we'll be doing that in the Premier League with Gabby Goodmanson. I don't think it's going to be a case of an all-out wing-back, which is what Firpo was. So the dynamic between Solomon and that left-back, which is so crucial in this system, would be a little bit different to me. But for me, there are better players out there, I think, on that left-hand side. So there's an argument there's better players in the side as well. But let's know what you think on that in the comment section below as well, everybody. When it comes to Solomon, would you go in for him again if Kudus is in? He's gone down that pecking order. Max Verber has mentioned this morning that he can't wait, or he's looking forward to being back in the Bundesliga. Obviously, we know with Max, he said that, you know, he struggled. Not word verbatim here, but I'm paraphrasing, but he said he'd struggled in terms of being away from his family, which you can completely understand. Is that a reason for maybe form? Is that a reason for a dip? I think it could be. I think that's a natural thing which will affect us all. So yeah, look, Verber was unlucky at Leeds, I felt, in situations. I mean, especially that last season when it was just injury upon injury upon injury. I thought when he stayed with us, to be honest, it was a really good addition for Leeds United in the Championship. I used to come on here and say, look, keep hold of Max Verber, and that'd be fantastic. But I think he's had the most injury-riddled season of his entire career, so he's been quite unlucky there. Okay, let's move on. Nikola Krstovic reports this morning suggesting that Leeds United are going to go back in with a fresh bid. Guys, I wouldn't even listen to this. I wouldn't even listen to it. It makes no sense. There's no logic to it. If Nikola Krstovic is coming to Leeds United, Nikola Krstovic wouldn't have come out and effectively said that he doesn't want to leave Italy. Nikola Krstovic and his agent wouldn't have come out and effectively said, well, from what we understand anyway, in terms of the background noise, I want a better offer. So yeah, I would look away from this. I'd look away from the Manor Solomon deal, although you do feel that with how Leeds are moving this window, which is quite methodical and potentially quite slow, an opportunistic market opportunity, to quote a Angus Kinnear phrase, maybe we will go in at the end, and maybe it will be a reunion with Manor Solomon. I wouldn't be that convinced by that. I don't think it would be the greatest thing since sliced bread. I really don't. I think there's better options out there. And for me, if Solomon was to come in, I maybe would look at it and think, that can't have been your number one option. That can't have been your number one option. Or maybe it would have been the number one option. Maybe they were just waiting for Solomon to get in front of Thomas Frank and for it potentially not to work. What do you guys think? I'm really interested to hear what you think on Solomon. Would you take him now? Obviously, would you be looking at Longstaff and going for a bigger deal? Krstovic, would you break down the wall to go back in for him? Or are there any other alternative strikers you guys are thinking about right now? We're going to be back with the Room Mill very soon. See you in a bit. Like, comment, subscribe.